Hey everyone, welcome to day 6 of the Clean Eating Challenge. I hope you're taking everything we're learning and applying it to your daily life. So today I have kind of a deep topic. There could probably be 5 or 6 videos on this. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about emotional eating. We have talked about what to eat, and today I'm going to talk about why. So I used to think that I wasn't an emotional eater. I used to think that I had control of it. When I used to get stressed, there was always chocolate or candy or especially chips around that I could grab a handful and for a second feel better. So I knew when I started my clean eating journey that I was going to have to cut all this stuff cold turkey, that there was going to be no exceptions. Because for me, it's a very slippery slope. One cookie turns into 5 or 6, or a handful of chips turns into half a bag. So this, for me, was all gaining control of my emotional eating. So I just want to take time to tell you that it's not your fault. It's part of our culture, this emotional eating thing that's been going on. So take the blame off of yourself. It's okay for you to say that you're an emotional eater. Don't think that you're a bad person because you're an emotional eater. Our society, if everybody takes a second to think about it, our society revolves around eating, and everything that we do revolves around food. So when you think about birthday parties or Super Bowl parties or barbecues or long weekends, all you think about is the food that's going to go along with those things. And that's okay. It's not bad. It's just tradition. But we need to embrace it and learn how to focus our emotions on the right things and need to figure out a balance. So we will always find excuses to eat if we don't get control of it. Food literally increases our hormones and the chemicals in our body. So when we eat certain foods, our bodies produce chemicals and hormones that make us feel good. So when you eat something that you like, dopamine is released and serotonin is released, and these hormones literally act like drugs. So we need to figure out a way to control our emotions and embrace them. I just wanted you to start thinking about a couple things. In the file section, there's a document of things that might help you, positive ways of coping with stress or emotions. It's all about asking yourself, am I really hungry? Or am I doing this because I feel a certain way? I want you to stop and ask yourself, am I really hungry? Because more often than not, when we're stressed or emotional or sad, that's when we're going to reach for something that we shouldn't be reaching for. So we just need to stop and recognize how we're feeling and learn to cope with it in healthier ways. So in that file, there are some healthy ways of dealing with emotional eating. Sometimes when I'm driving home from work and there's traffic or construction and everything is stuck and I'm trying to get somewhere and I'm getting more and more stressed and more aggravated, it's very tempting to just stop, grab a bag of chips from a convenience store, or go to a coffee shop and get a muffin or a donut, because for a second it's going to make me feel better. But I know that I can just turn on the radio and start grooving to some tunes that are on the radio, and for that moment where I have temptation, I can get past it, and it's really not that big a deal. So the biggest thing is learning to recognize when it's happening so that you can do something to avoid it. You have to accept it, you have to own up to it, and then you have to deal with it. It's all about planning beforehand. Because it's time. I'm 29 years old. I need to grow up. I need to deal with my emotions so that I don't go home and tell my husband that I stopped at Tim Hortons for a donut because I can't deal with rush hour traffic. Is it okay to do that every once in a while? Absolutely. Is it okay to do it every single day? No, because it's an excuse. It's okay to treat yourself every once in a while, but to stop because you're stressed because there's a bunch of cars in front of you is a stupid reason to stop. So I just wanted you to focus on understanding how to name the mood that you're in, embrace it, and feeling it. And if you have to write in a journal because it helps you identify the mood that you're in, then do it. But you don't want to go and eat if you're truly not hungry. If you're hungry, go eat something. There's a whole bunch of stuff that you can eat that I'm never going to say that you shouldn't eat. But do it for the right reasons. But if you're mad, for example, if you and your husband had a fight and it's because he's not listening again and you don't feel appreciated, well, don't walk yourself into the kitchen and go to the cupboard and take out Oreos and eat 15 in a row. Because that's not because you're hungry. That's because you're pissed. So let's learn to deal with it in a way that's healthy for you. So you need to just stop, name the mood that you're in. Yeah, you're pissed off. So write about it in your journal, or call a friend, or go for a walk, and just own up to it and say, am I hungry right now? No, I think I'm mad right now. So I'm going to go do something about it instead of eating all those Oreos. I'm going to go upstairs and brush my teeth, or call a friend, or I'm going to make some green tea. Or, here you go, I'm going to do 20 push-ups in a row because I'm pissed off and fired up. And I know that I want to eat, but I know that eating right now is just going to make me feel bad tomorrow or in half an hour when you've calmed down and realize what you just did. It's going to make you feel good right now because of all the chemicals that your body's going to release, but in 5 hours when it wears off, you're going to feel like crap again and disappointed at how you reacted. So you need to think of the healthy coping mechanisms and don't try and prevent feeling sad or frustrated or mad because those are real emotions and it's really going to happen to you. The thing is, you need to find out a way to deal with it in a healthy way. So if you're sad, call a friend or go for a walk. The only answer doesn't have to be to open up a fridge and grab a hunk of cheese or some donuts or some bread or butter because that's going to make you feel good for now, but when you wake up tomorrow, you're going to feel disgusting at the way that you reacted and what you ended up doing. So you have to feel that it's okay with what you're going through, to write down the feelings, to try and prevent it, and deal with it. Think about your coping mechanism and ask, does this make me feel good now? And how is it going to make me feel in the morning? So my tip for you today, in addition to listing out your foods and doing all the other cool stuff that we've been doing, is to write down 3 or 4 coping skills that you think is going to help you battle emotional eating, so that you can stop and you have your own healthy coping mechanism. All it takes is to be aware, so that when you recognize that what you're doing is the first step to changing your behavior. So today let's work on our emotional eating. Let's not let our emotions overtake us and turn the negative emotions into positive, constructive emotions. So allow your emotions to have a voice. Have the courage to feel whatever you're feeling because it's real. So feel it, but don't react in the way that you have been reacting or the way that I have been reacting. I mean, everybody does it. It's very natural. Don't avoid your emotions. Don't clam up because that's not helping it either. Don't try and prevent them. Emotions are a natural thing. But just own up to the fact that you have an emotion and grow up because you're in control of your emotions, or you're in control in the way that you react to your emotions. You just have to learn how to cope. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.